started with absolutely nothing. Like, I mean, nothing. At 17, my family moved out of state, and I decided to stay in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, at 17 years old, this is not the best decision to make. Like, there's no question about it. None. But I don't regret any of it. The reason I left home is because I knew what I wanted to become. I knew it. I had a vision. And that vision didn't quite line up with what like my father had set up for me in his mind, like what the course of my life in his head. It didn't line up with that. I knew I wanted to make music my life. There was no question about it. Now, I didn't have a clear plan on how this was going to work. I didn't know any of that. All I had was the strong belief that this was going to happen. I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. Now, leaving the nest left me to fend for myself. I mean, I left a comfortable house in the suburbs, and it's nice and cushy to like riding the train all night or like sleeping on friends' couches because I just had nowhere to go. But none of this stopped me. I wasn't deterred because I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. Let's fast forward a year later, and I had my first child, my daughter, and I was starting to see some results. Like, it was starting to come together a little bit. Like me being a musician, I learned how to sustain myself and create money just based on like my talents. So that worked out for me real well. But what I was bringing in was not enough to support me and my baby girl. It wasn't happening. But all that did was make me work harder. So let's fast forward about maybe 6 years in now. So I'm 23. I did some moving around and learned some things and did a little traveling. And I'm playing for a few people. And I'm starting to, starting to come together a little bit, just a tad. I remember one day though, it popped in my head. It was just one idea, one thought, and it was just this: don't replicate, create. This hit me like a ton of bricks. I mean, it really did. I still didn't have a plan, but at least now I knew how I was going to get to what I saw originally. Okay. This is a great idea. This is what it's going to take. So with that, I started learning how to actually create music. Like, I started writing and learning the ins and outs of production and stuff, and started paying attention to people who were already doing what I wanted to do. Right? So let's go to 2007. I started my first company that year. At this point, I got a little knowledge. I got a little experience in the game, a little piece, a little business savvy about myself. I got with people that was ready to get it. They like, let's go. We got the drive. We determined. Let's make it happen. I gave them the vision. We came up with a plan and we executed. Let's do it. Let's go. It was a great little run we had. But because I had no real clue on what I was doing as a leader, it fizzled out completely. But I will say this: the rise and fall of that company was one of the greatest learning experiences of my life. That failure right there made me want to quit. I really did. But at this point, the vision was so clear, I couldn't even shake it. Like, I had to create music. I had to get to what I saw. So, after dealing with life situations, that happens, and a few messed up opportunities on my end, made a lot of mistakes, and a lot of stuff happened. At the end of it all, I decided to try again. So that's what I did. But this time, though, it had to be different. So I got with my close friend, my pastor, and my now partner, Marcus Evans, and we started Partner Movement LLC in November 2011. Now, finally, after all of that, I'm finally starting to see the vision that I saw 10 years ago is finally becoming a reality. Now, we're not done yet. We're still growing, we're still working, we're still moving, but I can see it now. It's clear as day. It's right in front of me. So the moral of the story is this: don't give up on what you see. You gotta keep going. Your vision is far more important than whatever situation you have to overcome to get there. My name is Fred Counsel, and I can imagine you at zero.